last year at this time, we had an opportunity to talk to a newly drafted guy, and now he spent a whole year with the Eagles. So let's go to the Barb's Harley Davidson Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room Eagles linebacker at a Temple University, Shaun Bradley. What's up, Shaun?
Yo, how are you, bro? How are you doing?
All right, man. We're good.
Back.
We're good, man. And I reached out to Scooter. I said, Scooter, we got to get Bradley on because it's a whole year now. You get to experience the whole, from getting drafted. Albeit, it wasn't normal because of the COVID. But you spent the whole year in the NFL, and now you had to sit back and watch the draft. What was it like for you though? This whole year.
I mean, it was exciting, man. I feel like I went through every emotion this year, though, for sure, man. Starting from after I got off the call with you guys, getting used to being in the system and stuff like that. It was tough early on. You had to get used to everything, learn the playbook, getting up to speed. But, I ended up being all right. I ended up getting through it. I ended up connecting with the teammates, and then everything ended up going good, man. So I went through every emotion, but all in all, man, it was a great experience.
Now, Shaun, obviously there weren't people in the stands while you guys were playing this year. So did that have an effect on you? Because you grew up in this area, you played for Temple, you know what the Philadelphia fan is like. But how weird was it for you to play football, with not that many people in the stands or hardly anybody there?
So I'm kind of two-faced on this. So one, right, I was kind of used to it because Temple we had the same amount of fans. Like when we had the chance to get some fans in the Eagle Stadium, that was just like Temple for me. Like we didn't really have that much. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of used to it. But in the same sense, it's like when you play in front of that crowd, like I played in that before, the energy you get, especially with the Philly fans, the energy that they give you, oh man, that's what you was missing, and that's what we needed. I can't wait that's why I can't wait for this year. I want to see what 70,000 look like.
Exactly. Hey, Shaun, it's Scott. How are you, man? Good to talk to you again.
You too.
Last year was weird. I mean, I feel bad in some senses for you. Number one, you get drafted, you're excited. You've moved on from working at IHOP. Now you're in the NFL, and then you turn around and you don't have OTAs. You don't have the typical schooling a first year player would get. You don't have that interaction with the veterans and stuff like that. How did you supplement your transition to the NFL from college football without all of that stuff that you would typically get?
Yeah, I just kind of took it a day at a time, man. And I've always been like that, especially at Temple. I've always been stacked days as day, go day by day. Don't look too far ahead, right? Because I started to overwhelm myself with, am I going to make the team? How many people make the team? Well, I'm a 6th-round pick. Am I still going to make the cut? I was so much thinking about that prior to me going to camp that I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to work every day, strive to be better every day, learn from what I can and what's given to me every day, and then wherever I'm going to be at the end, that's where I'm going to be. But that's really how I approached it, man. And got out there and competed and do what I do best, and then that's how it happened.
We're talking with Eagles linebacker Shaun Bradley. And Shaun, the new coaching staff comes in, Nick Sirianni. Have you had an opportunity to speak with the new staff?
Yeah, all of them, man. And it's a great staff. It's funny because I tell people this all the time because people, people on the outside, you never really know what they're actually like. But I can tell you, man, from the defensive coordinator to Nick, to JG, to Nick Rowley, they're all amazing, man. Like, they're all young. They bring a new energy into the building, man. It's just, I'm excited, man. Really excited.
Now, Shaun, it was a little difficult it was a tough year last year. Going into last season, I don't think anybody expected a 4-11-1 team.
Right.
But that's how it unfolded. How difficult what was the atmosphere like? How difficult was it when you're playing in a team in a team that's struggling to get wins? And there was a lot of controversy, I know, on the other side of the ball, but as a defensive unit, you guys had a hard time stopping people too.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year it was definitely tough. So in terms of, especially with the COVID, not having fans or anything like that, and it don't make no better that we were 4-11, but I felt like I know it's not good to lose, but I felt like it kind of helped a little bit. Nobody liked that taste last year. Everybody hated that. Like, I mean, going in the building, knowing that we was like 4-11, 4-9, whatever the record was at the time, it was just a bad feeling every day. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to come in there like that. But I think now it's like everybody felt that, nobody wants to go back to that no more. Everybody wants to change it around. So, even brought the team closer together because we had to rely on each other. That's all we had at that point. Some of the fans was against us. Some media people were against us. So we had to rely on each other, which made us closer. You know what I'm saying? And
the circle the wagons, huh, Shaun?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Shaun, I mean, the thing is, like you just mentioned, you've also transferred from one coaching staff to a brand new coaching staff in your first year. And you got a kid like Nick Rallis, who's the linebackers coach. He's only 3 years older than you. I mean, you think that's a benefit to you that you have that, the time together?
Yeah, I think so. It's funny because when I first met it, we were talking in our little chat. He told me he played against TJ, one of the TJ Edwards linebacker on our team. I just thought that was funny, but yeah, I mean, he knows what he's talking about, man. He's real detailed in his work. He knows everything about the defense. I mean, so 3 years older or not, I mean, I'm gonna listen to him. He has good techniques. I mean, it sounds like he knows what he's talking about. So I'm all in, man. I'm ready to see what's going on.
Shaun, let's just take a step back real quick. I want to ask you, and I'm not asking you to throw anybody under the bus, but with Jim Schwartz and Peterson, I mean, well, because they were let go. What do you think what was the problem there? Like, were they not connected to the team? Was it the enthusiasm? Like, why do you think they were dismissed?
Honestly, man, that's a good question because I'm not too sure myself. Like, for me personally, I liked Schwartz. I thought he was tough. I thought he was hard nosed. Especially being a rookie. You know how that is. So I thought it was tough. But I mean, in all, I thought he was a good coach. He stood up for us. And same with Coach Peterson. So I didn't really see any of that coming. But I mean, I'm here. I'm ready to work. You know what I'm saying? So it was tough, but it was like I've been through the coaching change before. So it's like, how are we going to adapt? I always look forward.
So Shaun, have you had an opportunity to talk to any of the new draft choices?
Nah, just only through Instagram. I had spoke to Pat Johnson, Milton Williams. I sent texts to every one of them when they got drafted, congratulating them, welcoming them to the team, of course, make them feel welcome, but not physically, not in person.
What was it like for you actually watching the draft this year with all the fanfare? Like, you didn't get a chance to, like Scooter said, you didn't get a chance to enjoy and go through that because of the COVID. This year, I thought the NFL did a pretty good job overall. With live in Cleveland, they had fans there. The commissioner was there, able to even hug people and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was awesome. I can't lie to you. I thought it was awesome. For me, after I got drafted last year, I thought it was the best feeling in the world. So watching all these kids getting their dreams come true, and on top of that, I felt like I was in Madden because I'm sitting there with my little notepad looking at the Eagles picks, like, all right, who we going to get? Who we going to get? I'm excited for myself. I watched the whole draft, man. I didn't move from the couch. I watched the whole draft, so I thought it was exciting.
That's great. Now, Shaun, typically when you go to a job interview, a person would say to you, hey, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? My question to you is, where do you see yourself this coming season? How do you think that you're going to make that transition to becoming a big time player with this team?
Oh yeah, I definitely see myself improving. I mean, when it comes to, I bet on myself for everything I put myself again. I put myself through a lot. I work out, I get busy. I'm just letting y'all know this is going to be this one right here coming up. This one's going to be the one. But more importantly, we're going to get back to winning. That's the one thing I'm caring about. So, this year for me is going to be a good year, but for the Eagles in general, it's going to be the one.
How excited are you to the Eagles' first pick, Devontae Smith? Obviously, you watched him in college. He's on the other side of the ball, but how excited are you to have him on your team?
Oh yeah, I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. You should have seen me when the draft was getting there. I'm sitting there. The 10th pick was up, and Dallas was on the clock. And as soon as I seen Philly traded up, I started screaming, like, go get him, go get him, go get him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hyped, man. I'm excited, man. That's the offensive side. I want them to score just as much. Jalen, my guy. I believe in Jalen, so I'm happy he got another weapon, man. I was excited.
Hey Shaun.
You were saying get Devontae because you didn't have to cover him if he was on some other team, right?
Yeah, they ain't got nothing to do with me unless he I don't got nothing to do with that.
Hey, Shaun, were you calling your temetes? Were you talking to any of your teammates during the draft? Like, get him. Like, we could get him. Or
yeah, I mean, we have like a little small rookie chat that we communicate in, but during the draft, it wasn't too much. I mean, we kind of knew we kind of knew like we wanted 4 players, right? I think every Eagles fan, every fan base, we all wanted those 4 players, one of those 4 players. So either one was cool, and that's how I think we all felt, man. So
and then Landon
we was all
Dickerson.
excited.
Hey, Shaun, Landon Dickerson. I watched some film on this cat. Obviously, we know about his injury history, but boy, I'll tell you what, you got 2 guys from Alabama, national championship caliber players. But I watched some film on him, dude. He was pancaking people.
Yeah, he's a dog. He's a dog. He's a dog.
You're gonna have to go up at him again. You're gonna have to go up at him against him in practice.
Oh yeah, we gonna get at it. Listen, we gonna go at it for sure. He ain't gonna be sweet.
No, hey, Shaun, have you put any weight on? You're listed at 6'1", 240. What did you run the 40 in?
My weight or my time?
Your time. What was your 40 time?
4.51. 4.51. Yeah.
Wow.
On the joint. Yeah.
And you got you're about, what are you, about 240 right now?
Yeah, 241.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna need all that weight when number 66 comes or 69 comes running around at you.
Right. I sure am though. That's a big boy. A big boy.
And what do you think about Milton Williams? I mean, there's a lot of people, or I should say a lot of reporters and things, not really, I would say it's 50-50 on where they stand on him. He's kind of a tweener between a defensive end and a defensive tackle. What do you know about him?
Well, he was one of the players that responded right back to me when I DM'd him. So, I talked to him minimal, but I watched some of his tape at Louisiana Tech. I believe he had somebody that played with him that I knew, but either way, I think he's going to be good, man. I think, there's so much speculation around all these players that get drafted, man. You got to give them a chance to get in here and actually get active, man. And the way he was talking to me from the DMs, it seemed like he was hungry. He was ready to work. So, I mean, with that combination, man, it's going to be tough to beat, man. So we got to see what he does when it comes to. I'm all about showing me and not telling me. So I don't really want to hear too much about
exactly.
what he can and do.
Exactly. You know, it's funny. I said to Billy earlier, Shaun, that the guys that look like that we picked, they look like they're all like yourself, quality guys that want to win more than any individual stats, and they just want to make the team better. And I think you can't go wrong with guys like that.
You can't, and that's exactly it. You can't go wrong with guys like that. That's what you need. Winners.
All right, Shaun, listen, man, before we let you go, we have a text board question that I want to ask you the question. Our text board question is, I want people to send a text in at 609-403-0973. Give me your favorite player on each team. The Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, and Eagles.
Okay, all right, here we go. All right, so Phillies, Aaron. It's funny because I just have the MLB game I just got. Aaron Nola.
Aaron Nola, okay.
Yeah,
wow.
I like Aaron, or I like Gene.
Aaron Nola, okay. How about a Sixer?
All right, so Sixer, Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
that's
man,
my guy.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
Come on, man, you can't go wrong with that.
Flyers.
And, all right, you guys. I don't really watch hockey like that, so I don't really know. I don't know the Flyers players.
So, I'll tell you, I'll throw it in there. How about Sean Couturier?
Oh, I know who that is. I know who that
There
is.
you go.
And then, of course,
Get
Sean.
to a Flyers game, Shaun.
And Sean, guess what?
I know. I need to go to one.
You're our favorite Eagles player. How about that?
Woo! There we go. That's all that
listen,
matters.
Listen, man, Sean, we really appreciate you taking time out, being a friend of the locker room, and we're really pulling for you. Temple University, strong. And listen, man, thank you so much. Have a great weekend, and we really look forward to Eagles football.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all having me, man.
All right,
All right, Shaun, take it easy.
Shaun Bradley on the Barb's Harley Davidson Sports Hotline.